was a lot of fun, but now we gotta hustle to try and get a shot of these bison. And we're really hoping they're not just hunkered down in the woods because the wind and the snow have gotten pretty bad. Wish us luck.
Hey guys, my name is Caleb. I'm a photographer from Manitoba, Canada, and this year I just decided I wanted to be a little bit more intentional with it. So to start this whole thing off, a friend of mine had mentioned that there was a herd of bison up at Riding Mountain National Park. What we were really hoping for was to be able to time it just right so that we could be there when it was snowing. But the problem is, neither of us has a lens that's really meant for wildlife photography. A lot of times when you're shooting wildlife, in order to be able to get the shots you want, you need a lens that's going to be able to zoom out and get those shots of those animals even though they're further away. The camera I'm using is the Fujifilm X-T3. And so the perfect wildlife lens, I think, for me, would be the 100-400 millimeter that they've got. And so I decided, in light of this year going on more adventures, being more intentional with my photography, that it was time to get this lens and see what kind of possibilities it opens up for me. So I'm actually going out right now. I'm going to head to the city. I'm going to pick up that lens, and then I am going to hopefully get some amazing shots with it on Sunday of bison in a snowstorm. I don't know what the chances are of this actually all coming together, but I'm excited to give it a shot anyways. Okay, so just got back from Winnipeg picking up this lens, and I am super excited to open it up and check it out. So let's get to it, shall we? This lens is beautiful. Zoom, it's nice and smooth. Yeah, so there's no actual markings on the aperture as far as like, and there's no hard stops either. If you look at the 50-140, it's got markings on here, f2.8 all the way to f22, and it's got hard stops. So it stops at 2.8 and it stops at the end. And I really like that because I can set my aperture without my camera even being on. I can just kind of look down at my lens, and if I know that I want to shoot this next shot at f5.6, then I just pop it over there, pull up my camera, and I'm ready to go. So this lens also has this giant hood that goes on it, and it actually clicks in really nice. I don't know if you guys heard that. There you go. Clicks in super nice. It's got a little window here for adjusting your filter. If you got like a variable ND or polarizing circular polarizer on there, you can actually reach in here and adjust it, which is super nice, and then shut the window. So with the hood on it and zoomed out, it's actually pretty big. Let's hope everything falls into place on Sunday with snow and finding bison and all of that, and we come out with an amazing experience and some really awesome images.
Alright, so it's 5 in the morning on Sunday. My whole family's still sleeping, but they're still calling for snow, so I'm gonna make coffee, load up my gear, and head over and pick up Ian.
Alright, so we're on our way, and the weather is just perfect. We got snow starting to fall, frost in the air, and yeah, just take a look at this.
right now. But you just don't know exactly where to go. Okay. Man, I'm nervous.
I'm super nervous.
Like
Right now, like every bush I'm thinking is a
I know,
bison.
and I feel like
Like, what's that?
What? Where?
Right there, the black thing. It's just a stump.
Yeah,
I'm an idiot.
that is a stump.
There they are. There they are. Look, 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 look. Yes! That's them.
We have to go in there.
No.
Oh yeah. Well,
These are still generally wild bison, man.
well, what else? What else are we gonna do? Like, this isn't a shop here.
Well, we're not walking in there, man.
Oh, we're gonna have to.
Into a bison herd?
Well, we're not gonna challenge the leader, but I mean, we can kind of like walk in there a little bit.
Is it like a gorilla where you don't move? Or is it like a bear where you make noise?
I think that, like, as long as we don't bug them, they'll be fine. Like, we got the 100, 400. so we can-
stop. Coyote.
Oh, dude. He's like, that's not a duck.
There's no way that's around. That guy sounds like an absolute idiot.
Okay, pull up. You're supposed to, like, suck in your or something. There you go. Oh, that's it. Let's hope no hunters watch this video.
World's worst coyote caller. Found dead in riding mountain.
With a hickey on his hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we're gonna go to the bison, and does just one of us walk out and see what it's like?
A shot or no?
It's so thick in there, like the only way to get a shot is if I'm literally like 10 feet away.
Yeah.
And then I was walking in to see if I can get a bit closer, and I like stepped on a branch and it went crack.
And?
And I saw this big head go boom, kind of like look at me. And it's probably fine, just kind of,
Makes you nervous.
yeah, it makes you a little nervous. Let's head out, grab a few photos, a little bit of video, and then we're gonna go and eat lunch and come back, and hopefully it's snowing this afternoon. And hopefully we don't lose them.
Didn't really get much for any good kind of shot at them. They kind of stood up and sort of wanted to walk away. So we're just gonna go get some lunch and hopefully come back in like an hour or two. And ideally it's snowing and the bison are out in the open somewhere where we can see them properly. But if not, then I don't know.
So, no luck with the bison right now. We're gonna go back again in about an hour or two, and hopefully we got snow, and hopefully we can see the bisons. But for now, we're just looking for a spot to maybe build a fire, heat up some venison sausage, eat a couple sandwiches, and chill out for a bit. So we were driving around exploring it, and we saw this hut by the lake that's got chimneys coming out of it. So we're gonna go check and see what it's about.
It's finally nice to see you. It's been a long time coming, and now I get.
And look who decided to show up. The snow. Needless to say, everything's coming together. Just gotta find the bison now. This is actually crazy. I can't believe this. The snow is perfect right now. It's like a snowstorm, which is exactly what we wanted. So that's amazing. Now we just gotta hopefully go back in about an hour and see if we can find those bison somewhere and hopefully get a shot. So we spent a little too much time dilly-dallying in the cabin, making coffee, sausages, feeding the whiskey jacks. It was a lot of fun, but now we gotta hustle to try and get a shot of these bison. And we're really hoping they're not just hunkered down in the woods because the wind and the snow have gotten pretty bad. Wish us luck.
Gate 1.
Okay.
Last time, this is where we found them.
This is where they were before.
Oh my gosh. Stop. Dude. Oh, thank gosh. So we think we were freaking them out, maybe by foot. Oh, there they are. You think you got it?
No, I didn't get anything. Just a bunch of butts.
They actually came over close to the road, and they don't seem to be scared of the truck. So we're kind of just parked here and just getting some shots. And I think we're actually idiots for getting out. We just spoke, though we probably would have had amazing photos. Yeah, we just are inexperienced, right? So if you actually know anything about Bison, and you watch this video, you'll probably think we're complete idiots. But we're nice guys. We mean super well, yeah. Is this as fun as you thought it'd be?
Everything kind of lined up, actually perfect, like actually exactly what we wanted, which is completely crazy that we managed to plan this and kind of pull it off. And I think we got some amazing photographs as well. I highly recommend checking out the bison at Riding Mountain National Park. It was incredible to see those things. They're huge, just in a herd in the snow was amazing. So yeah, other than that, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.
Okay. So that was one of the funnest days that I've had in a long time. It's the perfect example of why I decided this year I was going to be a bit more intentional with my photography so that I could go on some of these adventures and get shots that I wouldn't get otherwise. I will say though that I think wildlife photography is probably the hardest type of photography that I've ever done for sure. There's just so many elements that are out of your control, and the chances of you coming home without a shot, I think, are just so high, and I'm just not used to that type of thing. I actually think I'm really gonna love the challenge of this, and I think I'm probably gonna do a lot more wildlife photography. So at the end of the day, when it was getting pretty dark, I actually had to push the camera pretty hard in order to be able to get any kind of usable image because it was getting dark. This thing only opens up to 5.6 when it's all the way zoomed out. And so I was actually having to shoot images at ISO 12,800 at like 1/30th of a second shutter speed, which was really not ideal. I had a bunch of blurry shots. The image stabilization actually did amazing, letting me get actually a fair number of decently sharp shots, but I was pushing the ISO and pushing the shutter speed, so I did miss a bunch at that point. All right, so I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that you learned something. I know I learned a lot, and if you have any comments or suggestions, anything you think I could have done better, or anything that you think I did well, let me know in the comments below. I'd really appreciate it, and thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.